and welcome back to TAL, also known as Teach As We Learn. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve equations with two x variables. So let's begin. Before we do begin, I have posted a video about how to solve equations with one x variable, which is in the description below. And I would highly recommend watching that first, so it will be much easier on learning how to solve equations with two x variables. Anyway, now let's begin. So in this equation, we have two sides, right? So one side is x plus 7, the other side is 2x minus 9. And similarly, there are two sides of a seesaw. So when we envision this equation, think of it as a seesaw, right? They're both sides. However, it's very hard to always keep a seesaw balanced, right? Most of the time, it is unbalanced with one side being greater than the other. And that's sort of similarly with the equation. They're unbalanced. Not as unbalanced as equations with one x variable, but they're still not perfect. But we want to get it as perfect as we can. And what we're going to do is one step to get these two sides as equal as we can is to remove the x. So basically we're going to remove the x that is valued less, right? So we're like, okay, let's see some random numbers, some random letters, but hey, we can differentiate between letters and numbers, right? So x is a letter, so x right here and 2x. So right now, we're just going to be focusing on this. Just sort of cover up 7 or cover up minus 9. We don't really care about that right now. Just, see about x and 2x. So we know 2x is 2x. But what is x? Is x 10x? Or is it, negative 100x? Like, what is it? This, basically, whenever you see x, you can automatically just put an imaginary one. Teacher, it means 1x. So if it's written x, it just means 1 of x. Teacher's never going to write 1x plus 7. She's always going to write x plus 7. But whenever you just see x, just automatically put a 1 in front of it. This will make your life 10 times easier. And this is the part where many kids get confused on. So just always put an imaginary 1 in front of it, right? So basically, what we're supposed to do is to see which x is less so we can move it to the other side. So which one is less, 1 or 2? 1x or x. So this just made it easier for us by putting it that imaginary 1. But anyway, we want it to equal 7 or plus 0x. So what number can we add or subtract that will make it 0x? That is minus 1x, right? So we minus the 1x and we get it. It is officially now this, just what we want. Anyway, however, whatever you do on one side, you've got to do it to the other. So we did minus 1x over here, then we've got to do minus 1x over here. And that will officially give us, we drag down the 7, then 2 minus 1x equals 1x, and then we drag down the minus 9. So this is literally solving 1x variable equations, right? This is literally just 7 equals 1x minus 9, and we sort of already know the drill on what to do here. So we will just, carry the 9 here, as will make it more balanced. And what number can we add or subtract to make it 0? Would be plus 9. So plus 9 over here. And that would give, and then just get rid of this. And that would give us 16 equals 1x, or So our answer is 16 equals x. And then, you can check it. But if you did not understand this completely, it's all right. I'll be doing another practice problem so we can ensure that you have got it all the way. And when you just do something or see something happening many times, it will stick to your brain. But anyway, we have 16 equals x, right? And we can use a method which I call the CBI method just to 100% ensure that you've got the answer right. So how you do that is basically just write the equation, which ours was x plus 7 equals 2x minus 9, okay? And our answer was x equals 16. And we're just basically going to replace 16 with x. So it's going to look like this. 16 plus 7 equals 2 of 16 minus 9. So then you just add all of this up. So 16 plus 7 equals, let's use a different one. Okay, 23. Then 2 times 16 equals 32 minus 9, which would go to 23. And does 23 equal 23? Yes, it does. So our answer is correct. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another practice problem just to ensure that we have got this and we can do this. To write another equation, which would be okay. So I've written on the board x plus 6 equals negative 2x plus 9. And, we have two sides. And then we color code our two x's, so which is x on our left side and negative 2x on our right side. So which one is the less x? It's negative 2 because it's negative 2, right? Negative 2 is greater than 1. So be sure that you see the negative sign. So we would do, what number can we add or subtract to bring it to 0x or only 9? And that would be adding to x. And whatever you do on one side, you've got to do it to the other. And so I added 2x here, and I'll add 2x here as well. So this leads me to this just being, erased away. And we bring down here 3x plus 6 equals, and then we bring down this as well, 9. And then this is just solving your equations for one x variable. You'd move the 6 here to make it more balanced, and we would do minus 6 as we want it to be only 3x, right? Or 3x plus 0. And what number can we add or subtract? Minus 6. And then whatever we do on one side, got to do it to the other. So minus 6 here as well. And then we have 3x equals 9 minus 6, 3. But we want to find out x, not only 3x, because if we put in 3, but that's for 3 x's, and we don't have, so we want it to be as simplified as it can. So I'll just sort of error it here. 3x equals 3. So to bring it to 1x or x, we'll have to divide it by 3. Divide by 3 and you get x. And whatever you do on one side, you gotta do another. So we divide by 3 here, gotta divide by 3 here. And 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So x equals. So now we're gonna check our answer. So I'm going to rewrite my equation, which was x plus 6 equals negative 2x plus 9, yes, plus 9. And our answer, which we got, was x equals 1. So basically, it's just the same thing, because if I do 6 times, suppose negative 2 times 1 is going to be still negative 2, right? So that's quite lucky. But I'm just going to still rewrite, so x will be replaced by 1 plus 6 equals negative 2 times 1 plus 9. So we get 7, and this is just negative 2 plus 9, which also equals 7. So we know our answer is correct. So that's how you solve equations with 2x variables.